Alright, so LR Caulifla plus Kale, a brand new reversible exchange character, is releasing later tonight on the global and GP versions of the game. Of course, we're synced, so I should get more used to just saying just releasing tonight, right? And you can see you can switch back and forth between Kale and Caulifla as many times as you want, which is really cool. Now, for the most part, you will see Caulifla until turn 6 or after, which is when you're actually able to exchange into Kale herself. And we're just gonna take a basic look at this character, maybe 10-ish minutes or so. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a guide video for them where we'll talk about team builds, hidden potential system, and just like everything that I think you need to know about the character. It's gonna be a new type of video I'm gonna try out, and you know, if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, it'll be similarly edited to the last video I did on the channel before this one, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But yeah, I just wanted to get this out right away just because, you know, I just see what this character is able to do here. So Caulifla, again, you're gonna be seeing her throughout a good chunk of the fight here. Right now we see that she does have guaranteed dodge for the very first attack that she'll receive within the turn. Then, you know, after she dodges an attack, she'll get 40% reduction, an additional super attack, and then extra stats up, right? So in total, she'd have a 60% damage reduction rate. She does want to do a couple of attacks to build up here. So again, we're seeing her at 227k defense. Definitely not the craziest amount of defense or anything like that. Now we do have her linked with STR Kale. We're getting Battlefield Diva, Warriors Universe 6, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. Unfortunately, no Prepared for Battle, but it is what it is. The Caulifla linked with STR Kefla next turn will be looking a lot better as well. But again, let's just see what Caulifla is able to do here. We have the guaranteed dodge from the very first attack, and then right here, she did resume an attack, so she actually does lose 20% reduction, funny enough, because she only gets the extra 20% reduction for the first attack she would actually take, right? So we're starting up at a 12 mil attack stat, but keep in mind she does build up stats. This is, I'm pretty sure, the guaranteed additional super. Then we have the 70% chance super. One of the two are there. Now, with each super attack Caulifla does, she also does give herself a multi-turn buff. So now she's fully built up, by the way. She only needs to do 4 attacks to get her 6 key and 120% extra attack and defense. But Caulifla does, on her 18 key super attack, raise her chance of dodging by 26% for 3 turns. Then within the same turn, she raises her chance of evading and performing a critical hit by 6%. So again, every attack after that, she would have had, what, she did 4 super attacks in total. That is the 18% plus the 26% chance to dodge. Now, I believe that is all additive, even with whatever is in her passive. So that's 44% chance to dodge she got from her super attack effects, plus the fact that she just does have, actually she doesn't have any baseline chance to dodge besides that first dodge that she would have. So yeah, just a 44% chance to dodge right there. However, that 26% will carry over to the next turn. So once we talk about her getting 2 super attacks off, that is a bare minimum 52% chance to dodge. And if she would, let's say, realistically get 3 super attacks, that goes up to 70% chance to dodge right there. So now we have a Magetta on rotation here. Magetta does actually provide some support, but only on a super attack effect. So unfortunately, we won't really be seeing the effects of that there. Same links here, so we're not actually going to see much of a change until Caulifla or until Kefla actually does get her like Super Saiyan transformation. Then we could actually see Super Saiyan as a link activate. So for now, we'll probably just skip this turn because it'll be the same as last turn, and it will move forward until the next few rotations. So let's skip ahead. Alright, so we do have Magetta's 2-turn support ability up. And again, if we just take a look here, he does raise all allies attacking defense by 30% for 2 turns. So we're going to see that effect here. Does Caulifla have prepared for battle? She does not. I guess for this turn, we'll just put Caulifla in the back. It doesn't really matter which character is linked with which, realistically. Okay, so now we have Caulifla here. She's at 1 million defense starter turn. Now keep in mind, we are getting that boost from Magetta, but looking pretty good here. We're living at 24 key. I mean, Caulifla start of turn will eventually get 12 key start of turn when she's fully built up, which is really, really good. Considering the amount of key links she's having, she's just gonna stay living at that amount right there. So this is 1 mil defense with 60% damage reduction. She does have 26% chance to dodge as well. So, I mean, we'll see how things go. And the thing about this event that's really good is that she will always just guarantee dodge that first super that Vegeta's always going to do. There is a Universe 6 mission for this event, so this is why I'm just kind of bringing it in here, because it's a event where, not necessarily because it's hard, but because it's a more, I think, controlled environment where we can see what this character does. So, 20.1 mil attack stat. Keep in mind, she does get 50% attack and defense on her 18 key and 30% with every 12 key. So that 1 million defensive stat is gonna start shooting closer to 2 million once she gets a couple of these super attacks off. And like I said right here, she'll have what, the 64% chance to dodge in this turn. And yeah, I mean, she's fully built up there. This is without any support besides Magetta's support defensively. Now, in terms of any offense support in this team, I mean, Universe 6 is not exactly crazy on mega support characters, unfortunately. So, you know, yeah, it's not really the best there. Next turn, we can see what Caulifla looks like without Magetta support, and I believe that other Caulifla did not get all of her attacks in, so that'll also be important to notate there. Plus, we'll have Super Saiyan, so just a bunch of different scenarios to see. And probably after that, we'll just skip over to Kale and see what Kale is able to do, and that turn 6 performance could be very, very important, right? But what I might do actually is I might end up using Caulifla's active skill, then we'll use Kale's active skill, because they actually both do different effects, and I think it'll be really interesting to see their peaks just in this specific circumstance right here. So yeah, again, we have Caulifla now, 774k. She did get all 4 supers, and that shows you the effect Magetta's super attack effect had on last turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm not liking the defensive stat I'm seeing here. She is fully built up, and it's like, she's not really a slot 1 character, unfortunately, which I think is what this team would like a variant of this setup. You could run Tag Caulifla as slot 1, obviously, in a lot of these fights, but man, I mean, I guess this Caulifla will end up just being a slot 2 kind of character, which is, again, a little bit disappointing. I would have liked higher start of turn defense here. I mean, she is reliant on the dodge, though. It's just she has to attack to get so much of her dodge. That's the one thing I'm not liking. I think that they're being a little silly, a little, like, you know, unique with that, you know, oh, you know, every time she super, she'll get the dodge, but man, I don't know. Like, it's enough to tank normals for sure. That's 22 mil attack stat. But outside of that, I'm not really too sure. And another thing is that she doesn't have any built-in crit, so like, until she gets her 12 key super attacks, she might not be really consistent with getting some of these critical attacks in. I mean, this damage is like decent as well. I'm not like going crazy over it, but it is overall fine, right? And I'll probably go to the next turn, and there's a big reason for that, like I'm gonna turn 6, right? Because Caulifla does actually create the entire key sphere field into physical key spheres on the 6th turn from start of battle. So we'll move forward to turn 6, and we'll see from there. Alright, so we are on turn 6. One other issue with turn 6 here is Kefla potentially not getting her orbs, but I mean, at least in this event, we can actually use Kefla's active skill. So Caulifla here, I guess we'll just go ahead and use her active skill to talk about everything that's going on. But if we see, we could actually exchange into Kel here if we chose to do so. But let's just play this first.
までも私についてこい。はい。ウルトラスーパーじゃねえか。私も負けねえよ。
Truly impeccable damage. Now, to be fair, this active skill effect isn't really supposed to be really for damage, but the two things. Starting from the 6th turn again, you can meet up with Super Saiyan 2 Kale, perform reversible exchange. I forgot to play that animation. We'll actually be able to have it play for the next turn, right? I should have showed that, but she does get guaranteed dodge when you collect 23 key spheres, which is what we're seeing right here. And in terms of the active skill, it does give Universe 6 category allies Q1 and 16% attack and defense. So we see Caulifla is at 1.16 now. We saw last time that Caulifla was at 1 million defense with the Magetta support. So we can literally see the 16% in effect right there. Just a flat 16%, which is, you know, pretty good. We'll go ahead and grab, again, all of these key spheres with this Caulifla here. And then next turn, we're actually going to use the active skill with the Kale, because Kale again does have a different effect there. Unfortunately, only 5 key spheres with Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, but I do want to keep Super Saiyan 2 Kefla here. We'll also play the actual exchange. You know what sucks though? I won't have like Super Saiyan as a link, but it's not. It could be worse, but not having Super Saiyan does suck. That's 15% attack. Either way, I'll get more footage with her later on, but let's just show Caulifla and her numbers now that we have the active skill boost. So Caulifla is going to be doing a 27 mil attack stat right here with this active skill boost. That's definitely much better. What, like a 6 mil jump right there? Then each of these super attacks 17 mil. They're like, what, like 12 mil? Yeah, so this damage addition is actually pretty significant. I think a big part though is also the Super Saiyan link. Well, yeah, compared to the other Caulifla especially here. So, yeah, I mean, it's not bad damage. I would say it's pretty, like, it's closer to being above average. Except she doesn't have, like, any major crit when she does her 18 key. I think that's the only disappointment I have. No major crit there, man. Like, she could have given herself crit chance. And I think I kind of understand the reason why. And we'll talk about it when it comes to Kale. But Kale does give crit chance on her 18 key super, right? But yeah, no, we could see again the little bit of an effect that this character has on Kefla there too, with the 16% support. So anyways, let's move forward. The animation didn't play. I don't know why, but you know, it's whatever. We'll go ahead and move over to Kale. Now, Kale does a lot in terms of damage. So when it comes to Kale, she's at 200% attack and defense with guard. She performs a guaranteed crit on her first attack within the turn, which is really good. So you don't have to worry about, you know, any crit at all. When attacking with 12 more ki, she gets 100% attack. When using the active or using 24 ki, she gets 200% attack. So on the active, she'll get both of these as well. Then she gets 66% defense for every ki she is at. Now, what we do want to notice is that Kale doesn't have any ki in her passive. So she's starting off here at 17 ki on this turn. There is situations where you might have ki issues with Kale. And again, we'll talk about that more so once we're actually looking at the character in depth. We also do have Caulifla's support, by the way, here. She does give the 2-turn support after dodging 6 times. I saw that activate. So she's getting a little bit of an attack boost, but we'll use this active skill. It is an attack, and it'll give her 6 ki and 40% attack. So if you do choose to use this active skill instead of Caulifla's for a second time, this Kale will actually start to explode in terms of what she can do. I feel like the idea is to eventually get both of these characters on a rotation and then have a rotation of like Hit and some other character. I don't know, because it really feels like these two characters want to be together in rotation, but you can't do that until turn 6. It's very interesting. I would argue they should just be able to link from turn 1. But that's just me. Anyways, let's move forward and let's just use this one. So we definitely see that damage input compared to usual. So the thing about Kale is she does actually get a benefit from using all 23 key spheres. She'll get 2 additional supers with 6 or more key spheres, and then another 2 with 23 key spheres obtained. So right here again, she's just gonna grab all these, and she's gonna do at least 5 super attacks, potentially 6 if the hidden potential system does activate. Now, one other thing I do want to talk about is the amount of defense she gets once she actually receives an attack. 264k. Very, very weak, right? Obviously, that's not even enough to tank normals. So, the thing is, I think people got confused, but she's at 24 key. I only needed 1 key to hit that 24 key mark. And then she gets 66% defense for every 24 key she's at. So she's actually getting 1,584% defense when she actually does receive that attack here. So she's at 264,374. I'm actually literally doing the math right here. So once she does receive the attack, she will be at about 4.4 to 4.5 mil defense with guard, which when it comes to like red zone fights, that is 100% more than enough. I'm actually also gonna get hit to transform here. Doesn't really matter. Caulifla or Kale, it doesn't really matter. Like we'll see that she will take basically double digits from the super, which I mean, duh, right? She's at a more than high enough defense. And this Vegeta, actually, does this Vegeta lower attack? I forget. He might lower attack. I probably should use the active skill. Oh, she dodged anyways. Caulifla's dodge, right? Caulifla's a 22 turn dodge. Okay. 41 mil attack stat. This is a guaranteed crit for the first super. Keep in mind, she does give herself crit chance. That's the hidden potential system one, huh? Okay, well, I guess that came through for some reason. Sure. 26 mil right there into a 29 mil right there. And again, every super attack Kale does, you know, even on the 12 key, does still give her 6% chance to crit and 6% chance to dodge, right? So she's continuing to build up a huge amount of crit chance here. And yeah. So, I mean, dude, Kale's really good. Kale's really good. She doesn't get defense raise on her super attack effect, but I mean, that last super attack was like a 33 mil attack set, was it not? That's just one of the 12 keys. Like this turn, Kale is insane. And these are gonna be consistent numbers. It's just that she's not gonna get like the last 2 additional supers. Because again, this is only the turn 6 performance, but she would be doing 41 mil into 26 into 28 mil. That first attack is always going to be guaranteed crit. Then the second attack, a bare minimum, is going to be what, 52% chance, because she'll have the 2 turn stack, because she does raise her crit chance by 26% for 3 turns. And then the 12 key super attack effect will have the effect of that. So yeah. Yeah, okay. And then she's just a slot 1 tank. Kale's really good. Kale's very, very good. Caulifla's a bit shaky, I will say. I think Caulifla is a teeny bit shaky there, but Kale, whew. And the thing about Magetta on this team is, okay, Kale's at 4.4 mil defense, right? Magetta is providing her this 30% for 2 turns. So on this Universe 6 team, Kale's going to get 30% additional off of that 4.4 mil defense. Because she doesn't have any super attack effect defense, right? So that's not even calculated. That's a multiplicative buff. So yeah, I mean, she'll shoot up an extra million or so. Anyways, Kale's really good. Caulifla's decent. Just a first initial look. Not really going too in depth about it. This is my first time using this character, so let me know what y'all think. Thanks y'all for watching, and I'll just catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.